65 years ago this weekend, the Allies launched a crucial battle in the defeat of Hitler and Nazi Germany. Operation Overlord all hinged on the success of the Normandy landings on D-Day, but not everything went to plan. Around 2,000 American troops were killed in fierce fighting on Omaha Beach, a story recreated by Hollywood in the film Saving Private Ryan. But less well documented are the stories of the British sailors who took them there. Robert Hall is at the American Cemetery overlooking Omaha Beach. Robert.
Louise, the American Cemetery is at Colville-sur-Mer. We're just up the hill from Omaha Beach. We're also being buzzed by a very noisy helicopter, so apologies for that. The graves of more than 93,000 US servicemen are sited here. Many of them died on the beach itself, and their stories have been told in print and on film. But now we're going to be hearing from British Navy veterans who say their part in the operation has been forgotten by historians and by Hollywood. At the American Cemetery above Omaha Beach, tributes to a brotherhood stretching back to the dawn of a June morning and events which have bound these nations together.
We knew that we were going to face a difficult task because we were going to be the first troops to land. And in fact, my first wave, jokingly, was known as the suicide wave.
Months and years of waiting were over.
34,000 men had been assigned to the landings at Omaha, 5 miles of open beach protected by hidden bunkers. The operation looked straightforward, but intelligence reports had underestimated the German defences. The journey to Omaha was hazardous. The naval crews had to negotiate sandbanks and mined underwater obstacles. Visibility was bad, the sea rough, and many of the American troops had been seasick for hours. It was only when the ramps dropped at the edge of the beach that they realised what lay ahead.
And we were close, not too far off the beach, and I couldn't see anything but fire and smoke. It looked like dead bodies laying on the beach. And machine gun bullets were all over us, so like bees. You could almost swat them. There was so many of them.
I was here.
In the bows of a landing craft that was already waterlogged, Bill Meade faced an agonising decision.
It was a sorry sight, and I got save me sailor from various points around. I said, sorry boys, you've come here to do a landing. We've got to get back and get more troops.
You couldn't pick them up?
No.
And then I started crawling. And I was a wall. And I said, maybe I could get to that wall. But what I seen on that crawl was just unbelievable. And I couldn't begin to tell you the horror that I seen. Dead men, wounded men, screaming for help. Body parts, you name it, I seen it that day, that hour.
Almost 3,000 were killed or injured at Omaha Beach. Some British crews lost every one of the Americans they'd carried. Now they simply want others to know that they share the memories.
I would like history to report the correct facts about the Royal Navy at Omaha, their presence and the fact that they landed their American allies on time at the right place and gave them every opportunity of securing their objectives.
Some of those British veterans will be here during this week to remember the friends they lost and who lie here. And this weekend, the cemetery will be the focus of a much larger commemoration, attended by President Obama, President Sarkozy, and as we now know, Prince Charles, all here to commemorate that day in June 1944.
Robert, thank you. President Obama has arrived in Saudi Arabia within the last